Over 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and the doctors couldn't really pinpoint exactly which one it was because I didn't have all of the symptoms to qualify for any one in particular, but it was closely defined as lupus. So they started treating me for lupus. Part of that treatment were medications I don't even remember now, but when they wanted to put me on a medicine that was going to suppress my immune system so that my antibodies would quit attacking my joints, I intuitively felt, no, I don't want this. I don't want to do that because one of my superpowers has always been the fact that I don't get sick as often as other people. So I wanted to keep those antibodies intact, even if they were attacking my joints. In 2010, I don't remember how many years after the diagnosis, but in 2010, I made the decision to stop eating meat. I started by becoming a pescatarian. And what that means is eliminating beef, pork, and chicken, but still eating fish, eggs, cheese, all of the things. And I did that for several years, and I was motivated from a spiritual standpoint, really more than a health one. I just intuitively knew that by eating more living foods, my vibration would be higher, my energy levels would be higher. And as a result of that, my intuition would grow stronger, and it would be easier for me to stay in a better mood longer than before. Because I started to realize that whenever I was eating meat, I was ingesting the energy of that animal. And a lot of animals are not treated in very humane ways. I don't even want to get into that right now. I don't even want to talk about all of that because it's going to make me sad and it's going to upset me. But I could feel, I got to the point where I could feel that animal's energy when I ate it. I ingested it. I took that on as my own. But once I stopped eating meat, what I intuited would happen, happened. It was easier for me to stay in the higher vibrations longer. And I was really motivated by this idea that I didn't want to eat an animal I could connect with. And at that time, fish didn't really seem like an animal I could connect with until I was on a vacation in Mexico and there was a little blue crab hanging out beside our suite, right outside the door. And he just hung out there. I assumed it was a he, but I named him Alejandro, and I would talk to him and he would move a little bit whenever I would speak. And I just felt a connection to this crab. And at that moment, I was like, uh-oh, I can't do this anymore. No more fish, no more crab, no more salmon, no more mahi-mahi. And that's when I decided I didn't want to eat anything with a face anymore. My transition to becoming vegan happened years after that because that felt so much harder, and it really was. And even still, when I travel, when I'm outside of my home, I will consume dairy. I am not militant about this because, well, I try not to be super militant about anything in my life right now. However, when I am at home, I cook vegan. When I am traveling, I will allow myself to eat some dairy. Now, I share all of this with you because I want to tell you, all these years later, I'm not on any medications. I haven't been on regularly prescribed medications years. It's been years. Again, probably decades. Because that's just not how I roll. That's not what I want to do. Big Pharma is not for me. Because I started to realize that you take one medication and then you need like 5 more to take care of the symptoms of that one medication. And that's just not healthy to me, in my opinion. I began to discover that your food is your medicine. It can be your medicine or it can be the thing that makes you sick. And if you don't believe me, put it to the test. Maybe you can start by having a meatless Monday every week. And then from there, maybe you can try 2 days a week with no meat. And then from there, maybe you can try a whole week and see how you feel. See how it feels when you stop eating bacon. And I gotta tell you, it feels amazing because it's just a bunch of grease. See how you feel when you start putting more leafy greens and vegetables into your diet. Living foods that have life force still inside them. Here's the thing with meat. Meat is the flesh of a dead animal. It's dead. There's not any life force inside of meat. Think about that. Yeah, it may have protein, but it doesn't have true life force. And that life force energy is source energy. It is the energy of God. So I swapped bacon and eggs for green smoothies every day. My inflammation went down. And I am not an isolated case. I saw 2 stories yesterday of someone who had had a stroke at 37 and their eyesight was impacted by that. And after eating plant-based, they got their full eyesight back. They got their health back. They healed from that stroke. Someone else had been suffering from heartburn for 4 years, switched to a plant-based diet, and it was gone. Why is this? Well, animal products are inflammatory, and disease is caused by inflammation. So you eliminate the animal products, you reduce the inflammation. And yes, you can still eat crappy on a vegan diet. It's possible with all those alt meats and things. I'm not talking about that. But even that is a step in the right direction. For those of you who are suffering from an ailment and have been for quite some time, and the medicines aren't cutting it, or maybe one medicine leads to 6, the doctors don't know what to do, I am telling you, your diet can change everything. It can reverse disease. I've seen people even heal from cancer. And if you really want bonus points for this, start working on your mental diet as well. That's what I do. As a spiritual guide and coach, I help people work on their mental diets, reprogramming these thoughts that keep us in lower vibration states, thereby attracting all kinds of calamity, disease, and unnecessary drama. I've been living this way for many years now, and I can tell you it is a lifestyle, and I will never, ever go back. I don't want to go back there. I have plenty of reminders all around me every single day of what life is like back there. There are so many resources out there on YouTube. There are so many incredible vegan channels, people who have lost lots of weight, reversed health diagnosis, all kinds of things. If you're feeling a call, if you're feeling an urge, if this video has stirred anything within you that's making you think, yes, this is for me, this is a sign, it is your sign. And you can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. I promise you. I used to be the biggest comfort food junkie. I used to drink nothing but soda, and that is not a lie. And now I drink water and I take it everywhere. If I can do this, you can do this. And I am your biggest cheerleader. So let me know down in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how this hit you. Let me know if you are one of those people who has healed yourself through a vegan diet. Let's connect and let's inspire each other to keep going. You can do this. And I'm sending you a really big hug.